Hi guys, so this is going to start off our week of Ocado magazine recipes or Ocado recipes. The first one we're doing is the double baked jacket potatoes, and they're like going to be stuffed with pancetta and mushrooms and all lovely things. So we have baked our jacket potatoes. Now we're going to leave them to cool in half before we scoop out the insides and mix it together. So yeah, this is how far we've got. My 12-year-old daughter, she's going to help me through the week doing all the recipes. She's really excited to try some new food, new recipes. So yeah, join us for the next week of recipes. So my daughter is chopping the onions. If you have any difficulty with like your hands and chopping, this tool is so brilliant. So she's like probably done what, 10? Should we see how chopped up it is? So I've literally put like an onion in 2 halves, and it just chops it up for you. And it just saves you chopping things, and it will go really finely. So chop it a bit more because it needs to be fine. Over here I've got the pancetta. I've got some butter melting. We're going to put the pancetta in, cook it for a good 6 to 8 minutes I think, and then add the onion in, cook it for a bit longer, then add the oyster mushrooms in, and then finally put some fresh dill in. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do next. Is it a funny texture to cut?
Yeah.
So we're just chopping oyster mushrooms up. You can see how fine it's chopped the onions for us. The pancetta's on and cooking. The potatoes are still cooling. And yeah, and then we're going to mix it all together with some sour cream and stuff it all back in with some cheese and put it back in the oven. Sounds so yummy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Very neat. And then maybe if you go along the other way as well.
Yeah, like
yeah,
this.
like that. Perfect. So I am scooping out the insides of these potatoes, ready to mix in everything. We've got the cheese, the dill here, which we're going to chop in a minute. You're just finishing up chopping those mushrooms, aren't you? Mm-hmm. While the onions cook. Yeah, so I'm just scooping the insides out. I think we're at assembly point. This is how the mushrooms and onions are looking. They're starting to get really crispy and they're reduced to load. Then we've got the pancetta here. And then we've got the sour cream, cheddar cheese and potatoes. The potato skins. We just need you to chop a bit of dill up. Can you do that? So pull bits off the main stalk. That's it. So if you take a piece out, you sort of pull you don't want to probably get the main stalk in. So you see, you can get parts of the branches that have come off. Yeah, like that. And then you can sort of finely chop them up, okay? It says about 2 tablespoons worth. So we'll just see how much she gets chopped. But yeah, that's all ready, and I'll just show you once they're assembled. I've got some extra cheddar cheese that we'll sprinkle on top and then put them back in the oven for about 15 minutes. This is a mixture with the dill, the pancetta, the onions, the oyster mushrooms, sour cream and the cheese, and obviously the potato. I'm going to scoop that into the potato skins now. They look incredible and they're huge, aren't they? Big. Yeah. There was so much extra that we've had to like, I don't know whether you can see, we've had to like squish more on. Like there was loads of filling, and I didn't think there was anything I could really do with it. So we've managed to stuff it in, and we're just putting some cheese on top and popping it in the oven now. Hi guys, so for tonight's dinner we are making the carrot and white bean soup from the Ocado Life magazine. They didn't have the frozen sliced carrots, so I'm gonna have to slice the carrots. Right, took me 2 minutes. Leeks, again I had lazy garlic so I didn't get frozen garlic, dried thyme, beans, vegetable stock cubes, dash of caster sugar, some butter, and then I've got 2 bake at home baguettes. So we're going to get started on this. It says it takes 2 minutes to prep, 18 minutes to cook. I think we'll give it like half an hour because I've got to peel and chop the carrots. and everything and cook the baguettes. So we'll just see how it goes and I'll let you know how it tastes. So we've got a tablespoon of oil, a tablespoon of butter, and a teaspoon of the lazy garlic, and then 200 grams of the frozen leeks. They're just going to cook through on sort of like a medium-high heat, and then I'm going to add the carrots next, which I've just peeled. I've just added the carrots, the thyme and the sugar. I'm going to give that a mix and let that cook for 5 minutes. So I've made the vegetable stock, added that in with the beans. I'm going to put the part-baked baguettes in for like 10 minutes. Cover this for 10 minutes and then hopefully be ready to blitz. I have got like a handheld blitzer. You can make it all smooth or leave some chunky. I think I'm going to leave some chunky because the kids do like beans and carrots, so I'm not worried about hiding anything with this meal. But yeah, I also added salt and pepper. It didn't say to, but I just have seasoned it. So this is the soup whizzed up. I've left it a bit lumpy just because that's how we like it. And then the part-baked baguettes with some butter on, and we'll let you know how it tastes. This one's your first one, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, this one and this one.
Right, good. Can you get a bowl or a plate?
This one's fine.
You get a bowl or a plate?
This one's mine.
I've taken the seeds out, so don't worry if you do eat a bit of the core, it's okay. These were yours, weren't they, darling?
Sorry, got Wait, have you taken a picture?
That was Mummy's. Yeah, I took a picture, darling.
Mummy, and I'll sling on to yours. See?
I put an eye on because it had fallen out of the packet. What one are you going to have, darling?
Wait, can I have both or no?
Well, try one because they've got quite a lot of chocolate and see how you do. Because dinner's not going to be that long. You can always have the other one for pudding. Do you want to have one of yours? Yeah?
It's all
got it.
Hard.
That's it. It's meant to be. Hi guys. So tonight's dinner is the chicken curry. I'm adding rice. It's not in the recipe, but I'm just adding some basmati rice. I've put that on. It's almost done. It says again this is going to take 20 minutes as well. It told us to do 450 chunks, chicken chunks. We've done 650. We're a family of 5, so I just thought do extra. And when it suggests using 1 or 2 of these paste pots, I'll use 2. Because we've got that bit more chicken. Here are all the other ingredients laid out. I've not used frozen chopped onions. I've got an onion and again I've got some of that, but I did get the frozen chopped ginger. So I'm going to cut up my chicken, put that, chop up my onions and the garlic and start with that. So my big one, it's how goes to the onion. I'm doing the chicken. I don't like touching chicken. This is how I chop chicken. I'm making the chunks instead of buying chicken chunks. The boys are being super loud playing in the other room. But yeah, this is how far we've got so far. Okay. Sorry, I was just laughing because I realised I recorded it and I didn't press record. So we've got the garlic, onion and ginger, which has been cooking for about 5 minutes, and then I've just added the 2 curry paste pots in. The boys are playing loudly. I'm now going to add the chicken in to fry that off for a few minutes. How the curry's looking now, it smells delicious. I am heating the pan for the breads to cook, and then I think we add the tomatoes and the creamy spinach before the end. So yeah, I've got it quite high because it said to cover, but I don't have a lid for this pan, so I'm going to cook the chicken through for longer. When you do it, the less like you're going to get sprayed back. Do you know what I mean? Because it's less far to fall. Yeah. Apparently we have to add all 600 grams of it. We've added the cherry tomatoes. We've also got our bread starting to cook here from frozen. This is such a good idea, the cream with the spinach frozen, because you literally, let me spread it out a bit for you. This is going to be delicious. This was so simple. I could see this. It tastes good and everyone likes it. It smells really good, doesn't it? Yeah. My youngest just come in and go, oh, we're having curry for dinner, didn't he? Because he can smell it and he's excited. He loves curry. Nearly there, nearly there. Good? Okay, perfect. So I'm guessing this will just slowly soften. Oh my goodness, I needed a bigger pan. Yeah, if you just sort of make sure it's sort of pressed into the sauce a bit, then it might start melting a bit. And hopefully these breads are going to puff up. So the breads are puffing up really nicely. I've just been serving up the rice and the curry. This is how it looks. It's very creamy. I keep reading the recipe, like when we meant to put all 600 grams of the spinach in. I don't think you need to, because it is extremely creamy, but I'll let you know how it tastes. What would you score it out of 10? Because you've almost finished and no one else has yet sat at the table.
I'd probably put like a 9.8 because it is a bit
spicy.
Quite spicy, yeah.
Do you think maybe we only need one pot next time?
Yeah.
And maybe a bit less of this creamy spinach.
Yeah.
Because it's really saucy, isn't it? Which isn't a bad thing, but
yeah,
I think you need the rice, don't you, to like soak up some of the liquid. Okay, well, it looks delicious. I'm just finishing off cooking the breads. Hi guys, I'm just about to start dinner. Again from Ocado Life, we're trying this bean stew, and then it has some garlic sour toast. So it's called butter bean and sun-dried tomato stew with garlic toasts. This is, I'm just double checking through. So you could totally make this vegan. The only thing, the stew itself is completely vegan friendly. It's just the natural yogurt topping. So you could either do like a vegan version of that or just not have the topping. Yeah, because the sourdough is just some garlic rubbed onto the toast. It's not, I was just checking there was no butter, but there isn't. So yeah, this would be a really good one for like a vegan one. Yeah, my kids love beans as well, so I'm not too worried about this being meat free. But yeah, this is the one we're going to do today. It says also you can do it in the slow cooker, but we're going to do it just just on the hob. So I'm going to start this. Yeah. So I've drained the butter beans, put them in. I only have one onion left, but it's a pretty big one. So it calls for 2. Excuse my washing up. So you're just going to finely chop the onion. It says red chilies 2 and seeded if desired. I'll probably do 1 and seeded because I just don't know that they'll like it that spicy. What does it say? Roughly chopped. Yeah, so I might as well not roughly chop but finely chop him. Hi guys, so I have made the yogurt dip for the stew. This is just going to go on top. It's got parsley, lemon and just natural yogurt. I'm going to just gently take this off because it's hot, but the stew still needs to reduce quite a lot. It has reduced, it's quite thick, but it smells incredible. So we're doing kids' baths and everything. So I'm probably just going to lower the temperature down and just let that keep going. I would personally, if I make it again, I think I would pair it with like some green veggies on the side because it does not like many vegetables in it. Like maybe some broccoli or green beans or something, but we'll see how it goes. Here's the stew already. Hi guys, tonight we are having the aromatic fish and pea tagine. I've put 300 grams of the couscous. It's this couscous from M&S, 300 grams of that, and I'm just going to do, when you cook couscous, it's the one where you just like cover it and leave it for 8 to 10 minutes while we're cooking the rest. So that's that waiting. I won't do that yet. It says Barza fillets, but I actually, can you look in the sink and see if it's sea bass or Barza? I think it might be sea bass that we've got. Yeah, so I had some frozen sea bass. They were fresh and I froze them and defrosted them. So we're going to have it with sea bass. And we had loads, so I think I've defrosted too much. But anyway, then olive oil. The dog's barking now. But we don't... Olive oil is for the rich, right? So we don't have any olive oil. We have vegetable oil and it will be fine. Then I have purchased the tagine paste. Again, I've never really tried something like this, so I'm really interested to see. Sounds delicious. It says Moroccan style tomato and paprika paste with pickled lemons. That sounds really like a type of thing me and my daughter especially will really like. 2 onions, got that. Garlic cloves. I don't have garlic cloves. I have very lazy garlic, so I'll just do probably like a teaspoon. Got the passata. Got 1 vegetable stock cube. Got some garden peas, which we already had, and like I said, the fish we already had. Said the couscous, and then we've just got some flat leaf parsley, which was actually in another dish as well, which is kind of good. So the 2 dishes both use half the pack, so then there's no waste, which is really good. And yeah, it's just really simple. Cook up the paste and the onions and garlics, it looks like. Season, add the passata, stock cube and some water, and then sort of let that simmer and reduce. Cook the couscous, and then near the end add the fish. Now it does say cover, so I will make sure I've got a pan that I can actually cover this time. But yeah, we might have leftovers from this because like I said, I've got a lot of extra fish, which will be great for lunch tomorrow. We're chopping up our onion. We're watching Bake Off while we make dinner tonight, aren't we? And yeah, you're carrying on chopping up. My kids don't really like big bits of onion, so I'm making them smaller. And then I've got onion, garlic in here. Then I'm going to add the tagine paste and that's everything. Oh, salt and pepper. I'm making stock. This is coming on really nicely. It smells so strong that it's making our eyes water. So that's coming on. It did say to cook on a high heat, so I think that's pretty much ready for the passata and stock now. My daughter's chopping the flat leaf parsley, so I think we're pretty much there. So we had to do a bit of a pause because I had to go and get my car from the garage. It had its MOT today, so I had to go and pick that up. I've put all the fish in. There's loads of fish in here. I've also just put in some frozen peas, and we're just going to let that simmer for about 5 to 6 minutes. Because the sea bass has its skin on, I couldn't very easily chop it up, so it will just break apart as it cooks. And then my daughter's still chopping up some parsley to sprinkle on top. The couscous is done now. Let me see if I can show you. So it's like this, and then if I just get a fork, something that's really nice. I didn't do it this time, but something that's really nice. So you just kind of break it up with the fork to separate it. Is if you add a stock cube to the boiling water, it just like adds a lot of flavour to it. So that can make it taste a lot better, and just like salt, lemon juice as well, that tastes really nice. But yeah, so in a minute I'll show you when it's all put together. 8? Are you gonna just go down in numbers every time?
Yeah.
How do you rate it?
No.
9? 10? You like it now? It was just a bit hot.
Yeah, this stuff was all. This stuff isn't. Number.
9. Okay, so you'd have it again, would you?
Mhm.
How did you rate it?
I don't really like the reason
8, 7, 7.
the reason
seven?
it's
Yeah.
a 9
7.
is the fish tastes a bit weird.
That's it.
Like, not bad, but just a bit weird.
It's sea bass, so maybe it's a bit strong for you.
We've had sea bass before.
Yeah. I didn't think the tagine sauce actually had too strong of a flavour, did it? Like, it smelled like it was going to be quite like a rich flavour, and it didn't pack too. Maybe it's because we use sea bass and it's a stronger flavoured fish. I also think I would season the couscous with something because it is just literally plain couscous, and maybe I would have done it with a veg stock cube, like the water. But yeah, not bad. It's good for them to have some fish in their dinner. Fish is good for you, isn't it?
I'm
Yeah.
videoing.